Let's make pizza. My name's Andres. This is the Baking Steel Test Kitchen. I want to show you my technique with the baking steel, guys. So we make our home pizzas on the ultra conductive baking steel, which has been preheating in the oven at 500 degrees for the last hour. I've got a pizza dough that is fermented. It's been fermented for 3 days, and I'm gonna make a basic cheese pizza. Let's do this. So let's get through this. My ingredients for today, I've got the Parm Reggiano, I've got some Fontina cheese. I'm gonna shred that up with this beautiful, they call it the Wonder Shredder. I think it's from like 1920 or something. And the pizza dough, super soft and supple. You can see how soft this is. It feels like a cloud. 3-day fermented with bread flour, and it's gonna be delicious. For the sauce, using crushed tomatoes, and I'm gonna add a little bit of dried oregano. My equipment, obviously I've got the pizza peel here, and I like to lube that up with a little bit of semolina flour and flour. We'll walk you through my technique shortly. I am lined with baking steels. As you can see, the baking steels are these ultra conductive pizza stones made out of steel that conduct and transfer energy super fast, especially in particular pizza. We're gonna be making some pizza in about 3 or 4 minutes really shortly. Let's get back to this dough. It's been resting for literally like 3 or 4 hours. You can see how nicely this just stretches. Almost like just gravity's doing everything. I'm just lightly pulling on this, and I'm almost at the shape where I wanna be. You can see the bubbles inside. And once I pick this up, I'm gonna place it on my peel, and the magic will happen. This dough, because it's so chill and it's been relaxing for 3 days, look at this. I'm not doing anything. Gravity is doing all the work. I'm gonna lightly just place it on my peel, boom, and you can see, look at these bubbles, just gorgeous. With this dough on top here, I've got my flour underneath it. I wanna give it a little jiggle, make sure it's loose on top, that's critical. So before I do sauce, before I do cheese, this dough needs to be loose and sliding like a hockey puck, back and forth. Keep that in mind throughout the pizza making process. The sauce is cool, it's just literally crushed plum tomatoes. And as I put it around, I kind of bring the sauce all the way to the edge, but I don't wanna go over the edge. Just like life, because what's gonna happen is that sauce will kind of bleed out to the peel, and the dough will get stuck, which we don't want to have happen. So once I get it sauced, I'm gonna give it a little shake, just like this. That assures it's still sliding like a hockey puck. And if it's not, I wanna pick up the area that might get stuck and add a little flour or semolina flour under there, just to help this thing glide. So once I get my sauce on there, I like to add a few secret layers of flavor. And so what I mean by that is I'm gonna take some dried oregano and kind of lightly toss it over the sauce. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna take some Parmesan Reggiano and grate this. And so before I put the cheese on, so you think I've got the sauce and this oregano, kind of this layering, stacking these flavors on top of each other. So when we take the bites into that pizza, it's gonna be even more delicious. You can see what it looks like on the top. And now I've got this cool, we call it the Wonder Shredder. And what I love about this, I'll show you in 2 seconds, when I grate these strands of cheese, look at these things. Huge strands of cheese that make it just melt beautifully. I'm gonna pile these up kind of in the center of my pizza, just like that. Look at those strands, it's gorgeous. So you can see, I'm not using a lot around the perimeter. I'm kind of piling it up in the center. The reason is, there is no reason. It's my canvas, and this is how I like to paint. Be adventurous. Let's talk about the launch. Remember how we did our little shake? The dough has got to be loose like a puck, right? And now it's loose on here, so I'm confident I can get it into the oven. And so I take the back of this peel, I hit the back of the steel, and I just kind of shake it off. And be calm, because it's stressful. It's a stressful event. Until you get this down intuitively, it's gonna be a challenge, but just relax. Chill, be zen, watch how we do it. Okay, so I open the oven up, the back of the peel to the back of the steel, okay? And I just kind of do it like a little shake. Super common. Close the oven. I'm gonna want to use the timer. I switched the oven to broiled. I've got that broiler on, so I'm gonna do 2 minutes and we'll see what happens. So after 2 minutes in, let me get take a peek here. See what's going on. Oh, look at the colors, it's nice, right? So let's look underneath. Not quite there yet, however, I'm pretty happy with this looks. Let's close the oven up. That's after 2 minutes. We'll do 2 more minutes and we should be off to the races. I'm only gonna use one steel today. Check it out. Cheese is humming. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. This thing's ready. So removing the pizza is super simple. All we gotta do is kind of work quickly, get some tongs. I'm gonna use my fingertips. Let's get it started. You can see, oh my goodness, it's incredible. So here it is, that pizza. It's just gorgeous. It's got some great color on top and underneath. Let's see the crust. Just cooked beautifully underneath, so it's crispy. If you feel like it, pop some basil on top. Got my tree here. Just throw it on there. We'll get rid of the stems. Got the leaves though. Boom, boom. Beautiful. I always do a glamour shot by the window for the best lighting possible.